X-Ray, a relatively obscure character in the Marvel Universe, first appeared in The Incredible Hulk number 417 in 1994. Created by writer Peter David and artist Gary Frank, James Darnell's transformation into X-Ray marked him as an intriguing, though often overlooked, figure in the superhero world. His origin story is rooted in tragic circumstances, making him a character shaped by experimentation and forced into a life that he never expected. James Darnell was a scientist who worked for the U.S. government in the early days of his career. His research focused on the development of advanced technology and biological experimentation, seeking to push the boundaries of science. His work ultimately led him to a dangerous encounter with the Hulk, a character whose immense strength and volatile nature have made him both an ally and an adversary to many within the Marvel Universe. During one of his encounters with Bruce Banner, the Hulk's human form, James Darnell found himself exposed to a dose of radiation that would irrevocably alter his life. The radiation exposure caused James to undergo a transformation. Instead of becoming an ordinary victim of the Hulk's rampage, he developed mutant abilities that allowed him to manipulate his body in strange and deadly ways. These newfound powers granted him the ability to project powerful X-rays, allowing him to see through solid objects and even use his abilities to attack others by emitting bursts of radiation. His power set made him a formidable adversary, but it also made him a tragic figure, as he struggled to control the abilities that had made him both dangerous and isolated from society. X-Ray's powers were not only physically invasive, but they also made him a target for government agencies and organizations that sought to harness his abilities. His radiation-based powers made him a potential weapon of mass destruction, and he found himself constantly pursued by both the military and rival factions who sought to control him. Throughout his early appearances, X-Ray was portrayed as a villain, but he also possessed a sense of moral conflict that made him more complex than a simple antagonist. His internal struggles were often depicted as a major part of his character arc, highlighting the human side of someone forced into a role they never intended to play. One of the most important aspects of X-Ray's character was his relationship with the Hulk. Initially, James Darnell found himself in opposition to Bruce Banner and the Hulk, but over time, their interactions would evolve. Darnell's radiation-based powers often put him at odds with the Hulk's unpredictable nature, but it was through these encounters that he began to question his role as a villain and search for a more meaningful existence. Though the character would not become a permanent member of the Hulk's rogues gallery, he would continue to play a part in various storylines, particularly those involving superhuman threats or government intrigue.